Welcome. This moment does not require your effort. You do not need to arrive anywhere else. You do not need to change how you are feeling. Nothing is expected from you right now. Your body can remain exactly as it is. There is no correct way to rest. There is no correct way to sleep. You are allowed to be here without doing anything well. Notice that you are lying down. Notice that you are not standing. Notice that you are not preparing to move. The surface beneath you is steady. It has been steady this entire time. You do not need to test it. You do not need to adjust yourself to earn support. Support is already present. Your body has weight. That weight does not need to be managed. It does not need to be resisted. You can allow gravity to do its work. Let the idea of trying soften. Trying is not needed here. If the mind is still active, that is not a problem. The mind does not need to be quiet for safety to exist. Thoughts can move while the body settles. You do not need to follow those thoughts. You do not need to stop them. They can pass like background sound while something deeper begins to slow. Your body knows what safety feels like. It learned long before words. It responds to contact. It responds to stillness. It responds to the absence of demand. Allow attention to drift toward sensation, not detail, not analysis, just sensation. The feeling of being held, the feeling of weight meeting support. You do not need to scan your body. You do not need to fix any area. A general awareness is enough. Your breathing is already happening. You do not need to guide it. You do not need to improve it. Breath is arriving on its own. Breath is leaving on its own. Each breath is a signal that the body is continuing safely. There is nothing you need to monitor. Notice the space around you. The room is quiet enough. The air is neutral. Nothing in this environment is asking you to respond. That matters to your nervous system. Your system is always listening for signs of safety or threat. Right now, the message is simple. There is no urgency. You are not late. You are not behind. Nothing is approaching you. Nothing is demanding your attention. You can allow your awareness to soften slightly, not disappear, just soften, like lowering the volume without turning anything off. If restlessness is present, let it be present. Restlessness does not mean you are doing something wrong. It often appears when the body is learning that it no longer needs to stay alert. You do not need to push restlessness away. You do not need to entertain it. You can let it exist inside a body that is supported. Even restlessness can settle when it is not resisted. Your jaw does not need to hold tension. If it is tense, that can be noticed. Awareness alone begins to soften it. Your eyes do not need to focus. They do not need to search. Let them rest behind the eyelids. Your forehead can smooth naturally. It does not need to hold the day. Your shoulders do not need to lift. They do not need to protect. The surface beneath you is already doing the holding. Your arms can feel heavy. Your hands can be empty. There is nothing you need to hold on to. Your chest can rise and fall without effort. Life continues quietly without your supervision. Your belly does not need to brace. It does not need to prepare. Softness here is safe. Your hips can release downward. Your legs can remain still. Your feet do not need to go anywhere. Stillness is allowed. This is not the moment to solve anything. The mind may offer reminders, plans, concerns. They do not need answers right now. Night is not for fixing. Night is for allowing. Allowing does not require skill. It begins when effort ends. You are not here to make sleep happen. Sleep is not something you must reach or earn. It arrives when the body feels safe enough to let go. Right now, you are giving your body the conditions it needs. Support, stillness, permission. There is nothing you need to remember from this moment, nothing to take forward. The body will keep what it needs. The rest can fade without consequence. Nothing important will be lost. You can let the edges of awareness blur. You can let thoughts become less clear. Clarity is not required here, only safety. Only the sense that you are held. As this sense deepens, sleep may approach, or it may not yet. Both are fine. There is no timeline. There is no expectation. You cannot fail at resting. You are allowed to simply remain, supported, weighted, safe. When the next phase arrives, it will arrive gently, without interruption. For now, there is only this. Let attention move inward now, not with effort, not with focus, just a gentle shift. Breathing is already happening. You do not need to guide it. You do not need to slow it. You do not need to deepen it. Simply notice that it is there. Air enters the body. Air leaves the body. That movement continues without instruction. Your nervous system recognizes this rhythm. It has known it since the beginning. Nothing about this breath is wrong. Nothing about this breath needs correction. Let awareness rest near the breath without following it closely. You are not tracking. You are not counting. You are simply nearby. Notice how the body responds when there is no demand placed on breathing. The chest moves when it needs to move. The belly responds when it needs to respond. Breath adjusts itself moment by moment. There is intelligence here that does not require thought. With each natural exhale, the body releases a small amount of tone. Not deliberately, not forcefully. It happens when nothing interferes. You may notice that the exhale lasts slightly longer when the body begins to feel safe. You do not need to make that happen. The body chooses it on its own. Let the end of each exhale be a place of softness, not a pause, not a hold. Just a quiet completion. At the end of the exhale, the body is momentarily empty. In that emptiness, there is no effort, no preparation, just release. Your nervous system understands this moment very well. It associates long, unforced exhales with safety, with stillness, with the absence of threat. As these signals repeat, the system begins to shift from alert to receptive, from readiness to rest. You do not need to push this shift. You only need to allow it. Notice if the shoulders respond to the exhale. They may soften slightly. Notice if the jaw responds. It may loosen without instruction. Notice if the hands respond. They may feel heavier. These are not actions. They are responses. The body responding to permission. Let breathing continue naturally. If the inhale feels short, that is fine. If the inhale feels long, that is fine. There is no ideal breath here. There is only the breath that is happening now. The nervous system does not require perfection. It responds to consistency. Breath after breath, nothing bad happens. Breath after breath, nothing is demanded. This repetition is reassuring. Your body begins to recognize that it can lower its guard. Awareness can widen slightly now, not outward, inward, toward the internal space where sensation lives. Notice the temperature of the breath, perhaps cooler on the way in, perhaps warmer on the way out. You do not need to label it. Just notice that sensation exists. Sensation grounds awareness in the present. The present is where safety lives. Thoughts may still appear. They can appear and dissolve without your involvement. Each time attention returns to simple sensation, the nervous system receives another signal of stability. There is no need to repeat words. There is no need to visualize. Sensation is enough. With every natural exhale, let the body grow heavier, not sinking, not falling, just heavier in place, like weight settling into something supportive. The surface beneath you continues to hold everything. The body does not need to suspend itself anymore. Suspension requires effort. Effort is no longer needed. Let the breath do what it does best: regulate, balance, restore. Your nervous system has two primary modes, one that prepares, one that restores. Right now, it is learning that restoration is allowed. This learning happens through repetition, not instruction. Breath after breath, the message is the same. Nothing is required. You are not preparing to respond. You are not expected to move. You are allowed to remain still. As this message settles, the body may feel different, heavier, warmer, more diffuse. These are signs of settling. They do not need interpretation. They do not need attention. They can simply be present. Let the rhythm of breathing continue quietly. Notice how the space between breaths feels neutral. Not empty, not full, just neutral. Neutral is safe. Neutral does not require action. Your nervous system recognizes neutrality as a place to rest. If the breath becomes quieter, that is fine. If it remains noticeable, that is fine. Nothing needs to change. Each time you notice the breath, you reinforce safety. Each time you allow it to be as it is, you reinforce trust. Trust is what allows the system to slow down. You are not slowing the body. The body is slowing itself because conditions are right. Let that happen without commentary. Awareness can soften again, not drifting away, just loosening its grip. The breath continues whether you attend to it or not. You do not need to stay close. You can listen from a distance, like hearing a quiet sound without turning toward it. This distance allows the nervous system to fully take over. Control is no longer needed. Monitoring is no longer needed. Breathing has returned to its natural role, a background rhythm, a quiet stabilizer. As this rhythm continues, the body receives permission to move toward deeper rest. This is not sleep yet. This is preparation without effort. A gentle transition from alertness to ease. Nothing is being forced. Nothing is being rushed. The system is responding in its own time. Remain here, breathing, settling, allowing. The next phase will emerge naturally from this state. There is nothing else you need to do. Awareness can stay soft as it is now. There is no need to sharpen it, no need to direct it precisely. Breathing has already slowed in its own way. The nervous system has begun to settle. From this quieter place, the body is more receptive. You may notice a subtle coolness in the air around you, not a temperature shift, more like a gentle freshness, as if the space above your body has become lighter. There is no image you need to create, just a sense, a soft presence, something calm and neutral hovering just above you. This presence does not press downward. It does not rush. It moves slowly, as if time itself has softened. When it comes into contact with the top of the head, nothing dramatic happens. There is no jolt, no reaction, only a quiet response. The muscles beneath the scalp begin to loosen without being asked. The skin of the head no longer needs to listen for anything. Awareness can rest there briefly, not to do anything, just to notice that holding is no longer required. Thoughts respond to this shift, not by stopping, but by slowing, like a room becoming quieter when no one is speaking loudly anymore. The forehead responds next, not because it is instructed to relax, but because the environment has changed. The forehead senses that vigilance is unnecessary. Lines soften, pressure eases, the muscles around the eyes follow naturally. They have been active for many hours, tracking, adjusting, responding. Now they are allowed to turn inward. The effort to see is no longer useful here. The eyes can rest in darkness without needing to confirm anything. As this happens, awareness may feel as if it is drifting slightly downward, not sinking, not falling, just settling. The jaw notices this change. The jaw is often the last place to release effort. It holds words that were not spoken. It holds responses that were delayed. Here, none of that is needed. The jaw can hang slightly, heavier. The space between the teeth can widen or remain the same. Either is fine. What matters is that effort is no longer useful. The neck responds slowly. The neck has been balancing the head all day. making small adjustments without awareness. Now the surface beneath the head has taken over that task. The neck does not need to keep watch. Muscles that have been quietly working are allowed to stand down. As the neck softens, the shoulders receive the message. They have carried weight that did not belong to them. Expectations, readiness, preparation. None of that is required here. The shoulders do not need to drop suddenly. They can lower by degrees. Even a small release is enough to change the whole system. From the shoulders, this softness travels into the arms. The upper arms become heavier. The elbows no longer hold themselves away from the body. The forearms rest. The hands do not need to prepare to grasp. They do not need to stay alert. The fingers may curl slightly or remain open. Both are signs of rest. As the arms settle, the chest responds. Breathing remains quiet. The chest does not need to expand fully. It does not need to restrict itself either. Movement here can be small and still be sufficient. The heart does not need to work harder. It is supported by the slowing rhythm around it. Attention may now drift toward the center of the body, the belly. This area often holds tension that has no words. It has learned to brace without being asked. Here, bracing is unnecessary. The belly can soften gradually. There is no need to push it outward, no need to force relaxation. Softness can be subtle. Even a slight reduction in tone is a signal of safety. As the belly releases, the lower back follows. Muscles along the spine sense that the body is fully supported. They do not need to hold shape. They can lengthen. They can spread. The hips respond next. They have carried the body through the day. They have supported movement and balance. Now they are allowed to rest downward. Weight settles here. There is no need to keep tension in this area. From the hips, the legs receive permission to be still. The thighs do not need to engage. The knees do not need to align. The calves can soften. The ankles do not need to stabilize. The feet do not need to prepare for standing. They can rest completely. As each part of the body receives this message, the whole system begins to feel more unified, not fragmented, not alert in one place and resting in another. Just one body, resting. Awareness does not need to travel anymore. It can remain diffuse, spread gently through the body without focusing on any single area. This diffuse awareness is associated with deep rest. The nervous system recognizes it as a sign that monitoring can stop. There is no need to check how relaxed you are. There is no need to measure progress. Relaxation deepens when it is not observed. If any area still feels active, it does not need attention. The body will return to it when it is ready. Nothing is being missed. The overall tone continues to soften. Heaviness may increase. Warmth may spread. These sensations are not goals. They are responses. You do not need to follow them. Just allow them to exist. As the body settles further, the boundary between sensation and thought becomes less clear. Thoughts may feel farther away. This distance is natural. It does not require effort. It happens when the body feels safe enough to rest deeply. You do not need to stay awake for this. You do not need to monitor it. The body is capable of completing this process on its own. Remain where you are. The system is doing the work now. The body is already resting. There is no need to change that. The mind does not need to work hard now. It can form something very simple. Not detailed, not vivid. Just enough to feel orientation, a sense of being somewhere quiet. There is ground beneath you, stable, dry. It supports your weight without effort. The air around you is calm, neither warm nor cold. It carries no urgency. You are aware of standing, but there is no tension in that awareness. The body remains supported, even as the mind opens slightly. Ahead of you, the land rises gently, not steep, not demanding, just a gradual incline. The sky holds the color of late evening, not bright, not dark. Light is fading in a way that feels natural. Nothing needs to be rushed. There are no other figures here, no movement that requires attention. The space feels unoccupied, yet not empty. There is a sense of permission. As awareness moves forward, it does not leave the body. The body remains heavy, anchored. Only the mind travels lightly. With each subtle shift forward, mental weight reduces, not because it is pushed away, because it is no longer needed. The path beneath you is simple, uneven in places, but familiar. You do not need to look closely at it. Your feet already know how to move. There is no destination pressure, no expectation of arrival. Movement itself feels sufficient. Breathing continues quietly. The rhythm remains unchanged. As the incline levels slightly, something becomes apparent ahead. A structure, small, still. It does not stand out sharply. It belongs to the landscape. The house does not demand attention. It does not call. It waits. There is a feeling of recognition, not excitement. The kind of recognition that comes from safety. The house rests on the hill, as if it has always been there. It does not appear newly built. It does not feel old. It simply exists. The walls hold warmth, even from a distance. Not heat, warmth. A quality that suggests protection. As awareness moves closer, the surroundings remain quiet. No sounds break the stillness. The absence of noise does not feel empty. It feels intentional. The ground near the house feels solid, settled. This place has known stillness before. There's no need to hurry. Approach happens naturally. Each step forward is accompanied by a further easing inside the chest. The sense of doing has softened. There is nothing here to manage. The house does not need to be entered yet. Simply being near it is enough. Its presence signals something to the nervous system. A message without words. That vigilance is unnecessary. That nothing is expected of you here. The shoulders respond subtly. They no longer prepare. The jaw remains loose. The breath stays low and unforced. You may notice that awareness feels wider now, less focused, more spread. This place does not require precision. The house stands quietly. Its windows are dim, not dark. There is no bright light inside, nothing that pulls the eyes, just enough illumination to suggest shelter. The door is visible but not emphasized. There is no urgency to open it. Standing here is already enough. The nervous system recognizes that this is a place of pause, not a stop, a pause that has no duration. Time does not need to move forward here. If awareness drifts slightly, that is allowed. There is no instruction to follow. The body remains supported in the physical space you are in. This inner place exists alongside it. They do not compete. The ground beneath your awareness feels steady. Nothing shifts unexpectedly. Nothing needs to be monitored. The house remains still even if you stop moving toward it. It does not recede. It does not disappear. It is available. The sense of being alone here does not feel isolating. It feels complete. There is no sense of absence, only presence. Breathing may feel even quieter now. The space around the house holds calm without effort. You do not need to decide what happens next. This place does not ask that of you. The body understands that it can remain at rest. The mind understands that it does not need to produce anything. You are simply here, supported by the ground, supported by the stillness. Nothing needs to change. This place remains. The space inside the house feels quiet, not silent in a hollow way. Quiet in a grounded way. The air does not move much here. It rests. You do not need to explore the room. You do not need to look around. Awareness naturally settles toward the center. There is a surface nearby, solid, simple, a wooden table. It is not polished, not decorative. It exists to hold things. Nothing about it demands attention. On the table is a small container. Its size is modest. It does not dominate the space. It is easy to overlook unless you are already calm. This container was not placed here by accident, but there is no story attached to it. It has a single function: to receive, nothing more, nothing symbolic that needs to be interpreted. It does not judge what is placed inside. It does not categorize. It simply holds. Awareness does not need to search deeply now. There is no inventory to review, no list to consult. Something will surface on its own, not as a thought, more as a sense, a weight that does not belong in sleep. It may be vague. It may not have words. It could be a concern, a pressure, a mental habit. It does not need a label. You do not need to understand it. Recognition is enough. There is no need to examine where it came from. No need to decide if it is valid. For this moment, validity does not matter. Only readiness. Readiness to not carry it further. This is not permanent. It is not dramatic. It is simply a pause in holding. The body responds to this choice before the mind does. A subtle easing occurs somewhere in the chest or the belly. Breathing remains slow. Awareness moves without effort. The container remains open. There is no lid to lift, no mechanism to operate. Placing happens by intention alone. Whatever has been recognized is allowed to settle into the container. No force, no release gesture, just allowance. The moment it is no longer held, the body notices. Muscles respond. Not all at once, not dramatically. Just a small reduction in tone. The container does not react. It does not change. It simply holds. There is no need to check if it worked. No need to confirm anything. The nervous system understands that something unnecessary has been set down. That understanding is enough. The container can now be closed. Not tightly, not sealed, just closed. This does not trap anything. It does not lock it away. It simply marks a boundary. What is inside does not need attention until morning. The container remains where it is. It does not follow you. It does not need guarding. The table remains steady. Nothing else is required. Awareness does not need to linger here. There is no need to repeat the process. One is enough. The body has received the message. The space inside the house feels slightly different now. Not lighter, more settled. As if something that was humming quietly has stopped. Breathing may deepen without effort. The rhythm remains slow. There is no expectation to feel relief. There is no correct sensation. Even neutrality is sufficient. The body understands that it is safe to move toward deeper rest. Nothing else needs to be done. The container will remain. The house will remain. You do not need to remember this later. The body will. Awareness can now soften further. There is no next instruction, only rest. Awareness moves gently away from the house. There is no sense of leaving safety behind. The ground remains firm. The body remains supported. Nothing shifts in the physical form. Only attention changes its orientation. Behind the house, the space opens quietly. Not wide, not dramatic, simply open enough. There is water here, not flowing, not contained by edges that draw the eye. A body of water at complete rest. The surface is smooth, unmarked. No reflection stands out. No color dominates. The water does not invite interpretation. It does not ask to be understood. It exists without commentary. There is no movement across the surface, no ripple, no disturbance. Air above the water is still. Breathing naturally adjusts to this quality, not deeper, not shallower, just quieter. You do not need to approach the water closely. Distance has no meaning here. Near or far, the stillness remains unchanged. Awareness can remain where it is. Nothing pulls it forward. Nothing pushes it away. Thoughts may still arise. They do not indicate a problem. They do not interrupt anything. The mind is allowed to continue its nature. Here, thoughts have no structure to attach to. They form lightly. They drift without direction. Each thought moves toward the water naturally. No effort guides it. No decision is involved. The moment a thought touches the surface, it loses coherence. It does not fall. It does not linger. It dissolves. The surface remains unchanged. No wave appears. The water does not react. This process repeats. A thought arises. It moves. It dissolves. No observation is required. Awareness does not follow the path. Awareness remains still. The body continues to rest fully. Muscles remain heavy. Support remains constant. There is no internal dialogue to resolve. There is no story to complete. You are not asked to track anything. Sound may exist at the edges of perception. It does not enter the water. It passes through the space without landing. Words may continue to be heard. They do not need to be understood. They do not need to be remembered. The water does not hold meaning. It holds stillness. Stillness does not require effort. It is not maintained. It is simply present. Awareness begins to soften further, not narrowing, not expanding, just loosening. Attention no longer feels pointed. It feels diffuse, spread gently through the space. Thoughts continue to dissolve when they appear. When they do not appear, nothing replaces them. There is no gap, no sense of absence, only the quiet field. Time is no longer organized into sequence. Moments do not stack. They flatten. The nervous system recognizes this state. Monitoring reduces. Preparation stops. There is nothing ahead that requires readiness, nothing behind that requires review. The water remains still. Even if attention drifts, stillness remains. Even if awareness fades, stillness remains. You do not need to stay here deliberately. This place does not depend on focus. It exists independently. Rest continues without instruction. The body understands. The system settles deeper. There is nothing else to do, nothing else to hold. Only this. Breathing continues in its own way. There is nothing new to learn here. The inhale arrives softly, not pushed, not shaped. It comes in like a quiet wave. The exhale leaves a little deeper, not longer by force. Just deeper because the body allows it. Inhale, gentle. Exhale, settling. This rhythm is familiar to your body. It has followed it many times before. Long before tonight. Long before you needed to think about sleep. Your body already knows how to cross this threshold. You do not need to guide it. You do not need to assist. Sleep is not a skill that needs instruction. It is a response to safety, a response to absence of demand, and those conditions are already present. Breathing continues without supervision. Inhale, soft. Exhale, deep. With each exhale, the body sinks not downward, but inward, toward its own center. Muscles no longer check whether it is time yet. The nervous system has stopped asking questions. There is no urgency left. Nothing is waiting for you. Nothing is expected of you. Sleep does not need to be invited loudly. It approaches when the space is quiet enough, and the space is quiet now. Breathing remains the anchor, not something to hold on to, just something that continues when everything else fades. Inhale, easy. Exhale, complete. The space between breaths feels smooth, not empty, just smooth. That smoothness is where sleep often begins. You may notice that awareness feels thinner now, less defined. That is not a loss. It is a sign that attention is no longer needed. Thoughts may still appear. They do not interrupt anything. They pass through without slowing the descent. The body does not follow them. The body stays with the breath. Inhale, calm. Exhale, heavy. The phrase "trying to sleep" no longer applies. Trying has already stopped. What remains is allowing. Allowing the natural process to complete itself. You are not entering sleep. Sleep is entering you. It spreads quietly, from the inside outward, from the chest, from the belly, from the spine. Each exhale confirms the direction. Downward, inward. Inhale, soft. Exhale, deep. Nothing needs to be remembered. Nothing needs to be carried forward. The mind does not need to stay present. The body can take over fully. You may notice that words are becoming less important. Sounds blend together. Meaning loosens. That is expected here. The nervous system recognizes this narrowing of focus as a doorway. Breathing continues on the other side. Inhale, exhale. The body knows how to do this without consciousness. It does it every night, even when the mind is elsewhere, even when attention drifts away. There is nothing fragile about sleep. It does not break when you stop watching. It strengthens when you let go. Inhale, light. Exhale, grounded. If sleep arrives suddenly, that is fine. If it arrives gradually, that is fine. There is no correct speed, only the natural one. The breath becomes quieter now, not because you changed it, because the body is no longer alert. Inhale, exhale. The edges of awareness soften further. There is no need to stay with the words. They can fade. They can dissolve like everything else tonight. The body understands what comes next. You do not need to stay awake for it. Inhale, soft. Exhale, deep. Sleep is already close, not approaching, already here, settling in gently. You do not need to follow it. It will take you with it. If these words are still being heard, there is no need to listen to them. They are not asking for attention. They are not carrying meaning that must be held. They can simply pass through. The same way distant sound moves through a quiet room without changing anything. Nothing in this moment needs to be understood. Nothing needs to be remembered later. The mind does not need to stay awake to keep something safe. The body already knows how to continue resting. Breathing continues without instruction. In and out, steady, unforced. There is no task left to complete, no step left to take, no transition that must be noticed. Sleep does not arrive as an event. It arrives as a soft continuation. Awareness does not have to disappear. It can thin, it can soften, it can lose its edges. Thoughts may still drift through. They no longer need to form meaning. They no longer need to connect. They no longer need to go anywhere. Each one fades before becoming solid. The space between thoughts grows without effort. The body remains where it is, supported, heavy, still. Muscles do not need to release further. They are already allowed to rest exactly as they are. The nervous system does not need guidance. It is already slowing in its own rhythm. Nothing needs to change. There is no need to notice time passing. Minutes do not need to be counted. The mind does not need to stay present. It is safe to drift. If awareness pulls back slightly, that is fine. If it dissolves almost completely, that is fine. There is no correct way for this moment to unfold. Sleep does not require effort. It does not require belief. It does not require surrender. It simply continues when nothing interrupts it. Words may still be heard, but they no longer need to be followed. They are not instructions now. They are not guidance. They are only sound, becoming softer. Meaning thins, attention loosens. The boundary between listening and not listening begins to blur. Breath moves. The chest rises gently, then falls. The body remains held by the surface beneath it. Nothing is being asked of you. Nothing is expected. Nothing is missing. If the mind reaches for something, it finds nothing it needs to hold. If it lets go, nothing falls. There is no edge to cross, no moment to recognize. Sleep does not announce itself. It does not require a goodbye. It does not require permission. It simply deepens. The sounds around you become part of the background. The sense of space softens. The sense of self loosens. The idea of listening becomes less relevant. There is no need to stay with these words. There is no need to leave them either. They fade on their own. Awareness rests without direction. Rest becomes deeper without effort. Breathing continues. The body remains supported. Nothing pulls you back. Nothing asks you to stay. Sleep is already happening in its own quiet way.